Good day to everyone. In our previous video, we had seen how to raise a defect report using the Jira tool. In this video, I'll show you how to raise a defect report in the simple MS Word format. Each company, they will be having different types of templates. The templates of the defect report varies from company to company, but most of the company, they use the Jira tool to raise a defect report. Now I'll show you a simple template and what are all the content that need to be included in the defect report. Now you can see a simple template of the defect report in the MS Word format. Now you can see what are all the content that I have included in this defect report. I have included the contents like defect ID, build number, module name and status, severity and priority, test data, test environment, test case name, found by, brief description and detailed description, and what was the expected result and what is the actual results, and the screenshot or the screen recording if any. All this content I have included in this defect report format. In defect ID, a unique number will be assigned to this particular defect. Each defect, it will be having a unique defect ID. Next is build ID or build number. Here we will be mentioning the build number for which we are doing the testing. Next is module name. Here we will be mentioning the name of the module for which we are doing the testing. Here I have mentioned as add to cart module. Next is status. Here the status of the defect or the bug, it will be updated as and when the action is taken against this defect or a bug. When the test engineer identifies a defect and when he reports it to the development team, then the status of the defect report, it will be in the open state. Next, when the defect it is assigned to a particular development engineer, then it will be changed to assigned. Next, when the development engineer, when he fixes that defect, it will be changed to the fixed state. Next, when the development engineer fixes the defect and when he give it to the testing team to test it, and when the test engineer he tests the defect and when he feels that the defect has been closed, then he will change the defect status as closed. Next is duplicate. When the test engineers reports the defect report to the development team, and the development team, if they feel that this is a duplicate of another report or the another defect report which is already been submitted by another test engineer, then they will mark it as duplicate of the test report. Next is severity. Here we will be mentioning whether it is a critical or major or a minor defect. Based on the defect, we will be mentioning the severity here. Next is priority. Here also we will be mentioning whether it is of a high priority or of a medium priority or of a low priority. Based on the defect, we will be mentioning the severity and priority. As we had discussed in one of our previous video, we will be deciding what priority and severity can be given to this particular defect. Next is test data. Test data means the data that is used to validate the accuracy and functionality of a software application. Here we have mentioned the test data, that is the username and password which we have used to log in to this particular application and test the application. Next is test environment. Here we will be mentioning the environment in which we have tested the application. Here we have mentioned Windows 10 and also the version of the Internet Explorer. This will help the developer to test it in that particular environment and see what the defect is all about. Next is test case name. The test case name, it is a unique identifier or a short description that identifies a particular test case. Here we have mentioned the test case name as add to cart. Next is found by. Here we should mention our name. That is the test engineer who has found the bug and who is raising the defect report. Next is brief description. Here we should write in short what the problem or what the defect is all about. Here we have mentioned the brief description as add to cart not working. Next is detailed description. When creating a defect report for a software testing issue, providing a detailed description is crucial for the development team because they need to understand and address the problem efficiently. In this, we will mention what are all the steps we followed in order to find the defect or the bug. You can see here, we have written the steps here, that is open the browser and enter the URL, log in with valid username and password, then click on any product, then click on add to cart button, and then go to cart and check for the item that has been added. Next is expected result. Here we should mention what is the expected result as per the customer requirement. That should be mentioned in the expected result. Here we have mentioned as product added to the cart, it should be listed in the cart page. Next is actual result. Here we should mention what is the actual result we got after doing the testing. That is, what is the defect that we have got after doing the testing. Here we have mentioned the actual result as cart is showing as empty. After that, you can add the screenshot of the defect so that the development team, for them it will be easy to find the defect. And also you can add the small video or the screen recording to show what the defect is all about. So this is how we write the defect report in MS Word. This is just an example of defect report. Different companies, they will be having different templates and different methods to raise the defect report. Thank you for watching our video. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss any of our video or updates. Thank you.